in color.
Look at that.
Well, we've been having fun in the chat. There's been some finger pointing, some screaming and hollering.
And I needed some
pop. Man, we got a great guest for everybody tonight. It's going to be awesome. How you doing, Mr. Steve, the Hooker Thomas?
I'm good. Tired, but good. We had a long weekend. We had to go up to Montana.
You can't be good because you missed the biggest date of the year, baby. The Gathering.
Yeah, I was a whole long ways away from that. I was up in Montana.
Montana?
Yeah, we did a little road tripping too.
Wow. He can go to Montana, but he can't come to the Gathering.
Man, see right
Hey, my nephew is graduating high school, so I had to go up after we got done with my daughter graduating high school. So, yeah, it was a graduation weekend, bro.
Well, congratulations on getting 2 of them out of school.
Look here. We got a great guest waiting to come up here in a minute, but before we do, how you doing, Mr. Randy Old Great Hair?
Man, I am good. I am good. We finally made it home from the Gathering today.
Whew, man. It started out there, but kind of went downhill after about Sunday, didn't it?
The community around us was a little bit lower than expectations.
I didn't want to tell you that. I knew it, but I didn't want to tell. I was not going to ruin your weekend, but I had already seen those things and looked at reviews. We had thought about staying in them. I was like, maybe they got better, so I'm not going to say anything and make him think he's done messed up.
Y'all were talking about floating cabins that are down on Nickajack Lake.
Yeah.
You know, thinking, well, we go down there and go fishing, and the reviews weren't the best, but the reviews were still on the good side of what they actually presented.
I heard that. Well, look here. We got a great guest come up. I want you to jump right in there. I'm so excited. Randy, read chat right quick, and then we're gonna bring on. I'm excited to get him read chat tonight.
We got Mikey Sampson, Sampy, saying hello to trophy seekers. I think he meant attention seekers.
Yeah, whatever.
We got Mr. Gimpy, a man that can catch a fish. Got 2 PBs out of your boat last Friday.
The trifecta too, baby.
Yeah, they did. We got Burrito. Of course, my burrito's always around. Rivercast Tackle John, how's it going, boss? We got Martin from the UK. He traveled the furthest. He was at the Gathering. He traveled 5 times as far as you'd have to, and you still didn't make it.
I told you I had one of these days, man. One of these days.
You reckon one of these days? That'd be great. We'd love to have you if you get the opportunity. Catfish Regulators, Aaron Elliott. How are you tonight, sir?
Another one that was there.
Yeah. You know, he had to travel 5 or 6 hours. There's Mr. Jerry Hager, 419 Fishing and Powder Coating. Take care of all your fishing and powder coating needs. Lance McCool guy, the Hawaiian fisherman that lives in Wisconsin. Let's see here. There's Troy from Real and Virtual Outdoors. Catfish Cowboy. How's it going, Dustin? Oh, Lord. There's Bobcat Outdoors.
Is that Bob or Blob?
Blob. No, it ain't Blob no more. He's just Bob now.
No.
Bob tried to put a hole in his head again with another sinker.
We're going to give Cowboy a tribute. What's up, Cowboy?
Well, get him, yee doggy. There's Nebraska Wildcats. Mr. Ed Jenkins is in the house tonight. Ed moved away so he couldn't come to the Gathering.
Well, no, he's still there, but he had people coming and seeing his house. He could have them come anytime, so he couldn't stay. But he's got tools. If you don't believe me, he's got tools. Go ahead.
Okay. And we have the one and only, the Miss V, Verlena Smith.
Miss V.
She got the one that presented the Fishopoly board that I won. I know
you got that hanging around, going to show it off tonight.
You know it. It's sitting there on the couch.
Nice.
We got Catfish Crappie Day Darren's in here, and there's Chris, the better half of Verlena, Well, I don't guess I ought to call him the better half, or she might get mad at me. She gonna be the guy. She gonna be our guide coming up shortly.
Oh, nice.
We got Wildcat in the house. He's just sitting there scratching at the screen door. And get these things off there. Of course, right now everything starts popping up. There's Mr. John. Hey, Mr. John Cyclone, and Cyclone is his last name. You know that? We got.
Go ahead.
We got the Misplaced Country Girl. She's in here tonight. Let's see. We got a whole bunch of these coming out there. Just everybody saying hi to everybody. And oh Lord, there's the other half of the Bobcat team, Mr. Fizzizzle.
Fizzle.
Yeah, Fizzle.
He fizzled out.
Their fish fizzled out on them.
Come on, make it to the end. We got somebody.
We are all the way to the end now.
All right.
That's everybody. No, that ain't everybody. That's close to everybody. We got important people down. We got important people in the basement. Did you put them in the good basement or the bad basement?
Potent people. What do you mean potent? Does he stink?
No. He don't stink. He's important. You got to put an or in there, not an O in there.
Look, let's just forget about it. Let's bring this man up. This is the first time we wanted to bring somebody up tonight that had been the first time they ever got together. And so this person came together. He's a staple of Chattanooga, does a lot of great stuff there, has a great YouTube channel. Hey, that's all I'm going to say right now. We're just going to bring him up, let him tell us about himself. Let him tell us what he thought about the gathering. We got Mr. Key in the house.
Hey, how y'all doing?
423. He ain't got his phone turned the right way, but we'll be okay with it.
Oh, y'all can't see me?
Yeah, we
turn your phone sideways.
Turn your phone sideways, and we'll see all of you.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
We're going to teach you. What's
All
up,
right.
Mr. Key? How you doing tonight?
Man, I'm just now getting back from Nashville, and my battery died on me, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me!" So I just went and bought another battery from O'Reilly's. I was like, "You got to be kidding me!"
He left early this morning going to Nashville because he met us at 6 o'clock our time.
Yep.
I had to come the last day of vacation. I had to get up at 5 o'clock to meet.
Well, hold on. When's the album coming out?
Huh?
When's the album coming out? You went to Nashville?
Oh no! I went to Nashville for work.
Oh, I thought you had pipes. You know. Pipes.
No! Oh no! Hey, I can make a joyful noise, but that's about it. That's about it.
Oh, mercy. Well, boy, I'm going to tell you what, we had an awesome week last week and met several people were new. I know the rain held a few people from coming and we had some sickness stuff, but we still had a great crowd, close to 100 people there. So it was a wonderful time. We had a great time. And I got to meet Mr. Key over there. He came for the barbecue. And I hope he left with a smile and a whole lot of fun things going on over there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm actually ready for next year. That was my first time. I was obviously late because I had another event to attend at my church,
Right.
And so I came afterwards. But I was still pleased. So and then I got to finally meet a few people that I've communicated with on YouTube, but meet them in person.
Yeah.
You know, so that was exciting. And then ended up I don't even know how many rides Randy and Lisa actually gave me. I didn't even count them, but. It's going to. I'm very appreciative because it will truly benefit those that may not have rods when I put on my next event here.
Well, you put God first and went to the church, and then He blessed you.
Yep, there you go.
Really, I'm not joking. I'm serious.
Absolutely.
Because people don't know He does a lot of work with youth and stuff like that. And tell us a little bit about what you do there, Keith.
So. From you, are you saying from a standpoint of my channel?
Yeah, and what you do out there, because I know you're doing this for kids, the rod stuff. So, yeah, just tell us about your stuff, and then we can talk a little bit about the gathering.
Okay, so I work for Tennessee Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Services, And
that is not where we met, y'all. Okay.
no, that's not.
We didn't meet that. Go ahead. Go ahead. You don't know this group out here like I know this group out here.
Hey, listen. If we did, I promise you, I wouldn't say it because that would definitely be a HIPAA violation. So, but
don't call me a hippo either. First he's telling me where we met. Now he's calling me a hippo.
Oh man!
So he's truthful, is what you're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, it started out. So I'm in this what they call a black belt program. And in order to complete the program, you have to do a pay it forward project. There you go. And so I decided, since I've been fishing since I was like 12 years old, and if any of you all are football fans, you know Reggie White, that's my cousin. His daddy, Charles White, is my great uncle. He was the one who taught me. He was the one who taught me how to fish since I was 12 years old, and I've been addicted to it ever since. So I figured, you know, if I did a pay it forward project, I would rather teach, you know, kids in the community how to fish and make fishing relevant to life. So my targeted group of 6th graders through 12th graders. And so, you know, I started out, if you was to go back and look at my channel, I started out with just taking one kid at a time. You know, but then I figured I work with my best friend is a sergeant for the Chattanooga Police Department. And what he did was he got the city involved, the firefighters involved. So we were thinking that, hey, you know, we would, you know, have like 3 to 5 kids. We end up having like almost 50 people out there. That's including adults. You know what I mean? So it was a great start. And so what I want to do is just keep that going, because the Pay It Forward project is not a one-time thing. It's something that we want to keep going. And so I'm planning the next event, you know, and it's just to really get kids out. But what I want to do moving forward, I really want to start like a fishing club for the youth. That's one of my long-term goals, you know, just to keep kids off the streets, let them know that there's something better in life than being out there on the streets. And you know, and we're just teaching them life skills, you know, and letting them know it's important who you are connected with, right? You know, and that's pretty much what I'm doing, and what I will be doing in the city of Chattanooga.
That's awesome. Well, let us know when all this comes up, and I'll guarantee you there's some people that's got some big hearts out there that will help do this kind of stuff for you and help you out. We about 2 years ago, I had a friend of mine that did a fishing for the kids, and FOA and myself and a couple of us went and actually helped with the kids and donated stuff and bought buckets for them to put their fish in and stuff like that. And it was a great event. And then he didn't do it last year and didn't do it this year, or as far as I know. I don't know if they quit or what. But yeah, people have got big hearts out here, and we'll help you out any way we can. And anytime you need something, let us know. Get with Randy or myself. I think I gave you. Didn't you send me a friend request?
Yes, I did.
And I said yes to that. Yep. So we're friends now.
Yeah.
And I love it when people are trying to pay things forward. I tell people a lot about my cancer experience and all the people that helped me and gave money where we didn't lose our house or anything. And I couldn't give that money back, but I always said I would try my best to pay it forward. And that's what I've tried to do in life myself. Yeah. So you're a good man. I really like a good man that'll try to do that stuff. So
yeah, I do appreciate that. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it going, you know, and you know, I figured if we can reach a few, then guess what, you know, and really teach them about the importance of life, then they'll be able to reach and connect with their age group, you know what I mean, and it'll eventually spread. But yeah.
Absolutely, there's so many bad things out there, and hey, kids can't even get off their phones these days to get out and fish. Or
right,
you know, I decided about 6 months ago that I was going to change my life to show my kids how I grew up, and so my nephews, and I got my nephews and my grandson. He's 3, but I'm going to keep going till he does. Got my sons and all. I started back raising pigs and chicken. I've had a garden for several years, but I'm raising meat chickens and eggs for chickens and all that stuff, and show them how we grew up as we were kids. They can learn this kind of stuff that they'll know how to do it too, because we're losing that out there. And
Yeah, absolutely.
These kids need to learn how to do stuff like that.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Hey, Daryl, like everybody has been giving you credit for the gathering when we know that Woody and your wife and Brandy, his wife,
Yep.
and some others have been very involved in this.
Absolutely.
I cannot take credit for running into this man. Lisa ran into him and said in the live, and she said, "Hey, catch this guy." And she invited him and his cohort to come to the gathering, and they showed up. And so it never hurts to ask anybody, especially somebody that's when they're doing something other straight. It never hurts to ask them to come in.
Yeah, that's for sure. Hey, I was muting you. I don't know. You got some type of weird noise going on your phone. Do you have YouTube open also, Key?
Let me check and see. Hold on 1 second.
It actually quit. You picked it up and it quit. So I don't know what the noise was, but
Unless it's my. Do you hear somebody talking in the background?
No, it was buzzing noise. You're great now.
Okay.
Now,
Okay.
we like to hear kids.
Yeah.
Our little Baptist church that we go to, pastor always says, he says, a lot of places want you to take your kids to the daycare while the meeting's going on. We like to hear them in the church. We know they're up here. They're going to start from birth and hear the voice of God being spoken about till they get old. We don't want them to take them to the nursery. We want them up here.
Right. Exactly.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus loved the little kids. He speaks about them in the Bible plenty of times. So
Absolutely.
we don't worry about the kids. I'm just trying to get that buzz out.
Okay. Gotcha.
But, but Real Life 423 and Scenic City 423, I don't know if they related, they just friends, or they just know each other out there on the riverbank.
Yeah.
But she invited both of them, and both of them showed up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I think. Well, Lisa, she sent me a message on Facebook, and she threatened me. So that was the reason I showed. No, I'm joking.
I'm joking. Now listen here, buddy.
Boy, I'm glad I didn't say that.
Don't start those lies.
Key, you're asking for it, brother.
Right,
you don't want
right.
a little feisty thing.
You
Right,
don't
right.
want on that list.
Okay.
You don't want on that list.
I heard that. But she was
I stay
very
on with
consistent. She was very consistent. Like anytime we was on somebody's live together, she was reminding me. So I do appreciate it, because it's it's a whole different world out there when it comes to fishing. You know what I mean? And I'm just now really starting my catfishing journey. If you look at my channel, you'll see me and my 3 sons fishing all the time. And we're learning. We typically do a lot of crappie fishing. We'll do some bass fishing. Brim, shell cracker, things of that nature. We just really got into trying to hunt some walleye. And then, we'd go down to the dam and, hook up on some drums just for the fight. You know what I mean? But that catfishing, that's a different ball game. So
I tell you what,
I'm connected to the community.
I tell you what, we're gonna get back down that way shortly.
Uh-huh.
And we're gonna take you out and show you some of Daryl's hot spots.
Okay.
We ain't gonna take Daryl with us. We're gonna take.
Right.
See how they do it?
But
just give me like a 50 or 60. Put me on a 50 or 60 pound blue, and I'll be all right.
Hey,
I'll tell you what, man, I'd love to do that too.
when's the gathering? I don't know. I think it might be just a little bit late for. Oh, well, you know what? We got next year, and
That's what you say.
Yep, next week we will announce on this show the date of the gathering for next year. It's changing. We're doing something different.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everybody tune in next week, and we will announce the date of the gathering for next year. That way, everybody got a full year to plan for it. Okay, Mr. Steve.
Hey, I want to also got talking about the gathering while we were up there. What was it? Saturday night. There were a bunch of kids up there in the campground playing, and we took half the rods that we had from the Wally World Whiplash, which I think we took probably 15 up there to them. But we took them up there. It was a youth group from a school, and one of the teachers is starting a class on outdoor learning. And so all of the rods that we had went to 2 different groups, and they went to 2 good groups.
Awesome. That's
Heck
great.
yeah.
That's awesome. And this big kid wanted one, and I didn't get one, but he said I was too old. I don't know.
Go to Walmart. They got them for $10. And if you ain't got $10, I'll send it to you.
I appreciate it.
You know what to do with it anyways there, Randy.
Hey, buddy. Let me tell you something. First off, hey, I want to ask you this question. How did you? I know you got there late. I think did you get to eat the meal, or was you even get there after the meal, Keith?
It was after the meal. You all was already packing up.
Oh yeah. I hate that you got there so late, but you tune in next week, and you're going to see. You'll know what it is, and you'll be able to come and do the event. But I'm glad you got there, and I hope you felt welcome, even though you didn't get to stay a long time.
Absolutely. I went down there. Who was that? Randy and Lisa. There was a guy I talked to. I was down there for a while, but it was at somebody's tent.
That was John Cyclone.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you don't run into John and start talking unless you want to talk a few minutes.
Right. Yeah.
John can talk, baby.
Oh yeah, I was down there. We were down there well over an hour. I can tell you that.
A couple of hours.
Yeah, a couple hours. Oh yeah. Had a good time though.
We thoroughly enjoyed you coming down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And we've enjoyed getting to know you a little bit.
Yeah.
And so.
And please let people know about us. And when you find out, like I say, this is open for everybody. It's not just YouTubers. It's for everybody that wants to come around. And we just have a great time doing this. And like I say, I picked up we picked up a new sponsor this year. And I just want to let everybody know this real quick. Let me get in here. Let's see. I think it's here. I'm sorry I took a bad picture, but we got a new sponsor this year, Elite Fishing Expo. And they will be doing, they got an expo in Chattanooga Convention Center, June 6th, 7th, and 8th. And we will be there at the expo. I've got some people said they'd help me. So we will be at the expo center, and we're going to be raffling off a couple of rod and reels and letting people know when the next gathering is. And so you guys, please, if you're around the Chattanooga area, come in and say hello and check this thing out. If you were at the gathering, he announced that he would give everybody at the gathering free tickets to get in. So that is awesome. Also, they have, I think he said it was a trout tank, a tank full of trout that the kids are going to be able to fish for the trout for free.
Yeah, that's cool.
They're making this for the kids and stuff, so it's going to be a great deal. And like I say, I do apologize for the bad picture. Next week, I hope to have one up better. I was in a rush. I had to get somewhere today and got back at 8. I looked at my watch. I was about to fix me some supper, and it was 8:45. I said, "Oh God, we got the show live," and so I grabbed me a bag of Cheetos, which is not on my diet, but I grabbed them and come up here and ate me a handful of them while we were talking. So,
hey, that's good. But while you're at the expo, can you get one of them little kids to teach you how to fish?
Hey, buddy, let me tell you, who was on the fish this weekend, Randy?
Well, Daryl was on the fish this weekend.
Thank goodness. I was on the fish this weekend, Bubba.
We got to do something other that I've never done before. Daryl invited me to go along with him when he took George and Mr. Gimpy out on the boat. And I was playing first mate, and Daryl playing captain. And within 5 minutes of getting the baits in the water, we had the first fish on. Before we got him in, we had the second fish on. We lost 2 more before we got those fish in. We ended up catching 7 fish in less than an hour.
Yeah. Oh, heck, that's really good. Good stuff,
we had fish
and
going
Gimpy lives up to his name.
Yeah. He was so funny. He said at one point, he said, "I'm about to kick these legs off where I can get up there faster." Yeah, if it don't know Gippy, he was born without legs, and he's open about it and has speak of it. And the band had a ball. Him and George had a ball. We had a great fun time. And poor Gippy, his only problem is because he don't have any legs to push with his leg muscles. We had an 18-pounder on there, and he had a fun time getting it in because all he's got is upper body. So, but man, he had a great attitude. Him and George both. And from the time we dropped the anchor, buddy, we were on them. I mean, just bam, bam. And I'm going to give a big shout out to Chris and Telly, because he told me that the right side they were burning them up on. We went further down than where they were at, from where we was at. We call it the Hondo hole. So we went down. We went probably 100 yards deeper than they were from where they were fishing, or maybe 200 yards. They didn't quite get far enough because we had them on left and right, and we just couldn't even keep up with it. So
it was a
That
blast.
sounded like a great time.
and I'm gonna
But we're going to get back down to Chattanooga, and I'm going to take Real Life to break him in to this the right way, where it just ruins his whole, where it ruins everything for him, man. Because all me and this lady want to do now is fish. You know,
Hey,
Ryan
hey,
Bork,
I'm
I
ready.
see you in there. It's not all about Ryan Bork. I know you think it is, but it was. Lindsay said she was on the fish. Yeah, Lindsay caught a monster fish too. They came in second, third. So anyway, somewhere around there. There was some awesome fish caught, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. But we caught. So this was how good it was, I guess. We got tangled up one time when we had all those rods going off. We broke off the line. The next day, Bobcat and Fish Shizzle, I think, was with him. They caught that line and reeled it in. They reeled their fish in and that line in. They had a fish, and the line of mine that broke had a flathead on it also.
we knew that was a flathead when he bit.
Yeah, we sure did. And,
Where were you guys using?
We was in them.
No bait was working.
Yeah, it was working. And I took my grandkids out the next day, and we got on fish then. And then the day before, we caught like 6. I mean, the fish were cooperating all weekend. I believe you could have thrown a 55-gallon barrel next to the river and caught some fish down there.
But it was it was a case of doing good for other people that God paid us back for.
Yeah. That's what I said. I said, I think we were doing something good, and the good Lord let us get on fish, and it was just, we didn't have long to fish, but they were happy. We caught the trifecta. We caught blue cat, flathead cat, and channel cat. That's called the trifecta. We caught all 3 of those in that little 2.5 hour or 2 hour window. We ran up the river. The bite had slowed down, so we ran up the river. Did we catch one up the river, didn't we? We just didn't.
Nope.
It got hung up or something. Something happened over at the wall.
We didn't go to the wall.
Where did we
We
go?
hit that. We hit the first hole, dropped another 100 yards, and hit it again. And we had to get back for a bonfire.
I thought we ran to the river and then came back and got. Okay, I may be wrong. I don't know. I fished so much this weekend, I can't remember what all happened. But anyway, we had a wonderful time and caught some fish.
We had a
I'm
great.
jealous. I didn't get to fish at all.
It was a great weekend. You know,
Now,
me
see,
and
Bob
Lisa,
took
me
credit
and Lisa
for-
didn't do a whole lot of fishing. We did a lot of talking.
Yeah. Well, Ryan's saying that it was me and Lindsay that caught the line, but Bob claimed it was him. So I don't know who caught the line and brought the fish in. He said, Bob, he should have given you the rig back since he can't even remember who got it untangled for him without cutting it. All I know is I was told, Bob said he did it. I don't know. So we did, or he said we did it. So I didn't know who was fishing with him. He was just up there smirking around. I got this. But you know what? And we went over there to Daniel. I said, Daniel, he wants to smirk around about this. But just remember, we use your hooks that flathead stayed on for a full 24 hours. And we reeled it in because that hook's so good and got a good barb on there. So boom on that one, baby.
One way to pitch it right there.
Oh man, yeah, he didn't give me my sinker back, but anyway, it is what it is.
Okay.
That's his
Next,
trophy, man.
next deal you're running, Key, is that the group when you're taking out your son's baseball team?
So I have two things I want to do. One, I spoke with some people on my son's middle school baseball team because I wanted to take them out since they had won the district championship. But it's quite a few of them that are playing AAU ball now. So we talked about getting them out like the week before school starts. So I'm going to plan that. But we have quite a few young people at our church that have been asking to go out. Only other than my three sons, I think it was like maybe two from the church that they went the first time. The other ones claimed they didn't know anything about it. I'll give them a pass. So I'm going to work with them to try to have something a little bit earlier. I would like to do something next month sometime, toward the end of next month. So I'll definitely let you all know once I get it planned. It'll be a little bit easier for me to take some of the young people out from my church, and then I have to be very strategic as to how I schedule for my son's baseball team. But I'm also trying to work with the city again, because when they put the flyer out on their website, it gained a lot of attention. And I think that's the reason why we got so many people to come out. So I'm working with them again to see if I can work around their calendar to where we can get the city involved again. So, but I honestly, my goal is to really do something once a month, one weekend out of the month. But I want to start off, a little slow, and then just let that momentum pick up. So
Do like a baby. Do like a baby, Daddy said. Crawl before you walk before you run.
Right. There you go.
Tell me.
Oh yeah. So it's
awesome.
soon.
Okay. Well, we're just trying to figure out. We will try our best to help you any way we can.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. I need to fill out a planning form. My wife and I, we're over the youth department at our church, so I'm going to fill out a planning form to actually schedule something for next month for the young people at our church. I mean, we got a few of them, and I know they'll come out. So that's going to be the easiest one. I just really want to get people out, right? Now, it's not just for them. I'm going to put it out on Facebook, in the other social media outlets for those that are in Chattanooga, to come out. I do have one of my fraternity brothers. He works under Mayor Kelly here in Chattanooga, so I may be able to get a flyer put out, through him, to where we can get more people to come out. I'm hoping toward the end of next month, but I'll definitely let you know. That's my goal.
We were up there at the gathering, and there's so many people that are not from the Chattanooga area that live there, but there's several of us from East Tennessee. I'll speak up for them.
Yeah.
We will help you.
Okay, I appreciate that. I really do.
Now you have to realize whenever we catch a bluegill that big, we're gonna call him bait.
Oh, absolutely. Listen, I love crappie, right? And I went out with a couple of people catfish fishing with Big Mike, Smoking _base 941. These are the locals. Scenic City Fishing 423, Catch 'em, Leak, all of them, and they know I love crappie, right? I just put 6 crappie in the freezer, to eat. And I saw them fishing with crappie, and I was cringing. I was like, oh no. Until one day I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and cut one up and fish fish with it, And even a big bluegill. So that's what I caught my 25 blue on. But I mean, that's the biggest. I know that's small to you all, but
I know that's a good fish, buddy. That's a good fish.
And I was super excited too. I was acting like a little kid.
River Catch Tackle John just said that he'll help as much as possible.
Okay, absolutely. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, I'll definitely let you all know something here very, very soon.
Yeah. Hey, maybe next month I'll hit you up and we'll go out on the boat together too and take you some of my secret spots that everybody knows about.
Listen, it'll stay a secret because I don't have a boat. But yeah, hey, you just let me know. I'm all about, and I'll say this. I really do. I really do want to shout out Lisa and Randy, and I'll give Lisa a lot of the credit because Randy did too. But one thing about me, you'll hear me talk about it. I've talked about it on my lives. I've talked about it on my videos. I always tell people that fishing is more than just. Going out fishing is more than just catching fish. It's all about building meaningful relationships, connecting with good people because you never know who you're connecting with. So having these moments like this where I was invited to come in on this panel, just to converse with you all means a great deal to me, right? But it says a lot about you all's character as well, right? And it others in the community that will see this, you know what I mean, it says a lot to them. It speaks volumes. So that's why I always tell people when I go out and fish, I'm not just focused on catching a fish. I want to have meaningful conversations. You see what I'm saying? And build great relationships with people and make sure that I'm impacting somebody in a positive way. And that's what it's all about.
I made a bunch of good friends through fishing. And some of us ain't never caught a fish while we're fishing together.
Yeah.
We still have had a good time.
Right.
Some of us make one guy reel all the fish in too.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Daryl and Cody wore me out 2.5 weeks ago.
Well, I one time, you know what I mean?
Hey, we took Randy out and we caught what, 17? Was it 17?
We caught 17 fish, and you and Cody reeled in 4 of them.
Oh wow!
And and at the end of the day, Cody looks at me and he says, talking to Daryl, he says, "Yeah, he ain't as enthusiastic now as he was at the beginning."
We wore him out. Hey,
nobody had a net, so they were all doing it.
Oh wow!
That was old Cody.
But I tell you what, that's what makes this group and this everything come together the way it does.
Yeah.
We are absolutely, it's amazing.
Parker, that's deadly dangerous, brother. Parker said he had a couple bass guys in the gorge floating by when I was cutting up a bass for bait. Oh, poor guys were going to pass out.
Hey, I know where there's about a 5-pounder on bed right now down there where we was at. Down there at the cabins.
Catfish with us said the Hondo hole was loaded with fish. Too bad they were paddle fish, and I don't know the difference on the graph. Hey, that's actually where we were catching them at. So we had a good time. If you'd have got over on the edge on the right or the left side, I think you'd have probably got on some good ones because they were on both sides for sure. Oh, Dominique, hey, Sappy. Let me say some hellos to everybody that's
Miss Shirley.
Yeah, Miss Shirley T.
Uptown Chrissy Brown, who is one of our hosts.
Yeah.
We didn't say nothing to her.
Hey, Miss Uptown. But
there's Bugman.
Real and virtual. There's Nick, my buddy Nick. Hey, let me just throw out some shout out right here. Nick's in here. Yeah, that's one of our sponsors. Let me give a shout out right here to some people that caught some awesome fish this weekend. Guys, we did the biggest fish contest, and everybody knows every year we've done this, and it costs not one dime to get in, but we pay out to first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place because of you great people out there of YouTube world and our great sponsors like Nick that's already said, hey, I'm a sponsor again next year. Just sign me up. Thank you, Nick, baby. Anyway, our first, let's start from fifth. Fifth place in the big fish contest was Chris and Telly with a 36.6 pound blue cat. And they were also known enough to give the $75 they won back to the gathering. So we appreciate them. I told them they'll be a sponsor, a YouTube sponsor for next year. And so I appreciate that. And then with 38.2 pounds, our fourth place winner was Travis Dyer won $125. I said fourth place. Third place was Lindsey Bortz with a 38.9 pound flathead.
Hey, Daryl.
Yes.
I'm gonna interrupt you real quick. You need something, Key. Key was fixing to fire out, and I wanted to say bye to him.
All right.
He's gone.
Evidently, his battery went dead. So
Yeah. Hey, there he is.
you
Yeah,
about to go out, buddy?
I couldn't hear anything. Now I can. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, Lindsey Bortz won. Got third place and caught a 38.9 pound flathead, and they gave $100 back to the gathering. So we appreciate that. So they'll be a sponsor again next year. And Mr. Nick Falkenberg of Blue River Carp caught a 42.2 pound catfish on Blue River Carp bait.
That stuff's
Yeah.
amazing.
And he caught that fish out, but he caught him out of the boat. But all they had was a trolling motor.
Yeah, exactly.
He was close to the camp there.
Dual trolling motor, I think is what it was. And I forgot Lindsay won $250, and Nick won $500 for that second place fish. So congratulations to Nick for catching that second place fish with double trolling motors going on. And then Joe Jellison with a 52 pound flathead won $1,000 for first place. So that was our top 5 people, and we are so glad everybody got to get into that. I am going to announce a change to our big fish contest. I'm going to do it right now because this is a little bit of a situation that I am a little frustrated with, and I don't want this to become just a big fish contest, guys. I want it to be a gathering where people get together and have a good time, and we all get to know each other. Not to get out, not just to be go and come grab a ticket and go and fish to try to catch that big fish. Unless you got a good reason, if you enter the big fish contest next year, you'll get your tag or with your number on it at the pavilion starting at 7:30 in the morning, unless somebody takes my box next year. And I may rent the pavilion Friday and Saturday where I won't do it this time. Anyway, and you're entered, but you must, let me put this out real clear. You must come to the luncheon and sign the book to still be eligible. So you're going to have to do 2 things. You got to get your ticket, but we had so many people that did not come that just got their ticket and left just to try to win the big fish contest. And it may not have been just that, but I want to meet people. I want people to come and hang out and have a good time. I don't want to turn this into, hey, we're just going because they do a free big fish contest and give out $2,000 worth of prizes. And if that hurts some feelings, I'm not trying to hurt some feelings. I want it because I want this to be a gathering, not a fishing contest.
Exactly, Bobcat.
Yeah. So
must be present to win.
Yeah. You must come and sign the book. And I'll just tell you, Bobcat's one of the ones that was talking about doing that. So I appreciate you bringing that up because I was like, how can I make them get this done? And Bobcat says, just have them sign the book when they come. I'm like, yeah, that's great. So thank you, Bob.
Great idea.
That, brother. So that's what we're going to do. So in the rule on the back of it, it's going to tell you, unless there's a good reason. I mean, there's going to have to be a really good reason. So don't come get a ticket on 8 o'clock in the morning on Friday if you don't plan on coming Saturday to the barbecue and the meet and greet. Because this is a meet and greet first and a fishing contest second. You guys miss out on a lot of fun, a lot of door prizes, good food, and, like I say, I want
to fellowship.
Yeah, good. That was the word I was trying to think of, fellowship. So.
And we've already got a volunteer that'll sit with the box for a little bit up there. Nick said that he would volunteer to sit at the pavilion from 7:30 till 8:30. Question mark is,
Yeah, well, the thing is, we had people coming in all day, and I may wind up putting a box at my campsite and say, "Hey, come grab it at my campsite or whatever."
I think that'd be the smart thing to do.
Yeah, and just put it out there at the electrical post or something, where they can grab it. Because I'm everywhere. I never know where I'm going to be, so we'll probably put it at my campsite, and we'll let people know that. One other thing I want to ask, and I guess I'm complaining just a little bit, guys. I get that weekend thousands or at least hundreds of text messages. I mean, and Randy knows that my phone's continuously going on. And if you got a legitimate question, please ask me. But please don't send me stuff just playing around and stuff for those Friday, Saturday for sure, because it's just my phone's continuous going on, and I want to answer questions, but if you're playing just to aggravate me, don't do that, please. I got a lot of that, and I love all of you, and we know we like to aggravate each other a lot. But when that week's going on, I'm getting pictures of fish that I'm having to post and trying to keep up with first, second, third place. We'll have a wonderful time aggravating each other, but those 2 days, please don't aggravate me on the phone and mess with me.
He got no less than 30 messages in the amount of time it took us to drive from the campground over to the boat ramp.
Yeah. I will announce when the next gathering is next Wednesday.
That's a lot.
I know what the date is, but I got to make positive for sure that I can get to the pavilion. But it won't be in May. I'll put it that way. So it's gonna be April. It'll be an April gathering this time. So, but anyway, I just you should block me and Brandon that week. I absolutely should. You know, the two people that should know everything about the gathering are the ones that generally don't know about it.
The thing about it is, yeah, we need to block Bobcat and Brandon.
Yeah.
Next year during the deal, because they're gonna be able to go bumping next year.
There you go.
It ain't gonna be like this year where there wasn't no fish there.
Yeah. So other thing, real quick, I'm gonna tell everybody guys, when the day that the gathering's over, I start planning for the next gathering. That's why I already know the date and everything. This is a year-round deal. I don't just wait till a month before the gathering and go, oh, let's get the gathering going, because I have to get out here. We got bills that got to be paid. It takes me around $5,000 to put the gathering on. So if you want to be a sponsor next year, if you're a YouTuber, and you guys know we do that big 4x8 banner that we put up, and we put all the sponsors on that of the YouTubers, and then we do another 4x8 of our sponsors for that our corporate sponsors. If you want to be part of that, and we take that to CatCon, we did 2 shows last year, and I guess you call this show also. So we do 3 shows doing this, plus we do and plus at the gathering you'll be there. We'll have your YouTube channel on there where everybody will see that, and that's $50 to get on that banner. That's what it is. So if you are a YouTuber and you want to get on that banner that we take to shows, it's $50. So if anybody wants to do that, we appreciate it. We'll start taking money now. If you are a corporate sponsor, one that sells merchandise and whatever, does guide trips and all, that's $100 to get on that banner. And then we asked you to give at least 1 or 2 door prizes, because we want to give stuff out to everybody. And of course, you can give as much as you want to. We got guys that gave over $1,000, and that really helped us. We'll be raffling off stuff at the expo on June 6th, 7th, and 8th. We'll be raffling off 2 rods. One of them will be a Catfish Sumo 150 Elite. And I'm going to actually ask Daniel to get a reel from him to go on that also. So it'll have the Catfish Sumo reel and the rod. And then we've got a Mirka Burkhart signed by him rod. And we're going to put a reel on that also. So we'll have those 2 rods. And we may also get a nice crappie rod and a nice bass rod. We'll see what we're going to do, because this is going to be all different fishing people there. So That's what we're
That'd be
planning on doing.
Speaking of raffles,
Yes, sir. Yeah. Show us what you got, bro.
Miss
Somebody bought enough tickets. They bought this thing.
did all the work for this. And then I told her I was going to get it. I told everybody I was going to win it.
And you did.
This is a Fishopoly board. Got props, got everything, man. Inside.
That's awesome.
Oh, let's see. Here, hold that, please. Inside, Chris went and made us a good box and all to hold everything inside. It's got your can of worms, which is you got all your hotels, you got money. They even got special little gadgets in there. And I'm gonna tell you right now, this was worth every penny I spent on it. and we can't thank Chris and V enough for the time and the efforts they put into it. It's just it's amazing, and we appreciate it so much.
Yeah.
And we expect another one like that for next year.
Yeah. What's on there? That mono says where everybody fits in. That's what we strive for, and I hope that's why I brought he up here. I hope he felt like he fit in when he came.
Oh, absolutely.
Because that's what we want everybody to come and to feel like they fit in and can have a good time, not worry about what this one says or that one says, whatever. Everybody just there for a common goal and have a good time.
Absolutely.
That's great. So anyway, like I say, if anybody wants to do that, they can let us know. And man, next year is going to be so much fun. Hopefully, Steve. I called Steve earlier today and got his voicemail, and he didn't call me back. So next week, hopefully, I'll have some news on how he's doing. Like I said, I didn't get to talk to him today, and I didn't want to bother him yesterday because he had people that don't know. Steve is one of our Steve Douglas with Catfish with the
Monster rod holders.
Monster Rod Holders is one of our major sponsors. And he found out that they were pretty sure he had cancer, bone cancer, and they were doing surgery yesterday. They did the CAT scan Friday. He actually called me Saturday night, I think it was, or Sunday, and asked me how he hated missing the gathering so bad. He called me. It was either Saturday or Sunday. I can't remember. But anyway, it was while we were at the gathering, and asked him how it was going and how it came out. So I told him it was going really great, and he was happy with that. And he hated he missed it. And like I say, I called him today, and it went to voicemail, and I hadn't talked to him. But hopefully he's doing good. And as soon as I know, I'll let people know and how he's doing. So really good guy. Tough as nails, guys. I know he's going to fight this the whole way through. And like I say, he's still in our prayers. So I'm just grateful for a good guy that's went through a whole lot in his life. He is a fighter. I mean, he's had certain cancer already. He's had a multiple heart bypass. He had to fight a major corporation trying to make him take and not use his name and beat that. And he's a fighter. I mean, we never know when we're going to go, but you know what?
He posted on Facebook just a little while ago, Daryl.
Yeah.
Said that he was doing, that he'd come through it, and just basically said what was going on, and you know, everybody's saying prayer for you. He's doing okay tonight.
Good deal. All right, good. Like I say, I called him. I've been real busy today. I didn't even hardly looked at Facebook at all today.
V, why ain't you going to do us another fishing game?
What?
V said she wasn't going to make us another Fishopoly for next year.
She will.
That's a lot of work, bro.
You know why she ain't? Because I hadn't asked her yet. She said she would do anything she could to help. So I hadn't asked her yet. Let her get over this other one, and we might do one a little bit different thing,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you see. You got
Daryl work his magic.
Huh?
Yeah.
Let Daryl work his magic.
That's right, guys. I'm a salesman, baby.
We need to remember our sponsors that we did have out there this year.
Absolutely. I was
really stepped up.
Yeah.
You know.
Yes, I want to thank all these guys, and I can tell you right now, B-Cats will be back, Catfish Sumo will be back, Monster Rod Holders will be back, Pepsi Cola will be back. I haven't talked to Guard Dog because of some situation, but I feel certain he'll be back. I feel pretty certain Stay Alive will be back. I know Blue River will be back. These guides. I know Joe.
River Cats Tackle will be back.
River Cats Tackle. Yeah, River Cats told me they would be back. So we've got most all these, and I'm working on more. I appreciate that. And I appreciate all these YouTubers. I hope every one of you guys will be back. I missed Fracture Fix this year. He sent me a message. He had some situations going on that he could not come to. He was planning on coming to the gathering. John is a wonderful man, and I love him to death. And I hate that he couldn't come, but I understood why he couldn't come. So he's a major contributor to the gathering. I feel like he'll be back for sure. And I feel like most all these people will be back. So I appreciate that. And if you guys want to be a sponsor, for sure, come and let us know. This is a great thing that everybody loves. And like I say, Kenneth was a wonderful person. It's in memory of Kenneth Powell. And, like I say, next year it's going to be bigger and better, and we'll just have a great time about it. We're changing a few things. Hopefully it doesn't upset people, but I just feel like that I want this to be a meeting, greeting, have a good time, fellowship with each other, and everything else is a bonus. I want you to want to come to the luncheon. And there's some people, like Joe couldn't come because he had a guide trip. And the guide trip booked it all day long, and I understand that.
And there's people that had to go to work, and there's people that
and
graduations. We understand that.
Yeah, this was the first time that Joe could not make it to the luncheon. He's always came, and he does like to get it because he always donates. And so, and it's going to be times like that you got to go to work, but let me know ahead of time. I knew ahead of time he wasn't going to make it to the luncheon. So, but
and he said that he was going to be there next year if there was any way at all possible. So
there you go, baby.
I'm going to hold him to it.
That's right.
Oh, you said me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I plan on donating as well. My sons, my twins. I'm gonna make sure they donate as well. So
I don't know. Are they really twins? They didn't look nothing alike.
Look nothing alike, but they are twins.
Well, it's about a foot taller than the other two, ain't
Yep. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
But I tell you what, they were both respectful, Daryl.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? That's great. That's great.
Oh yeah.
That says that the man's doing something right.
Hey, absolutely.
There you go. Well, guys, we've come to the end of another hour, and it don't even seem like we've been in here 5 minutes, does it?
Hey, well, I got to point a couple things out real quick.
Yes, sir.
V, since somebody mentioned it to V early, so she's not digging it at the last chance. She said she's already got something picked out for next year. So we're in good shape there. We got some people that popped in here at the end. Want to be outdoors, Matt. Glad to have you. Brian B. Glad to see you, brother. Miss Shirley T. Guerrero. He run in. He had to run out already because he had to go to work. And we got Fish in the Mid-South. He's in here hassling people. 205 is in here. We appreciate everybody that takes the time to stop by for just a minute. Say hello. Everybody that stopped by to gather. Man, y'all don't know. It's amazing the way everything goes and the way everything works out.
Yeah.
I had no idea that I would be helping Daryl with stuff. And I'm telling you, it was a privilege to go out on that boat with Gimpy and George.
Yeah.
And just to sit there and we laughed and we cut up and we picked on each other. It was a really great evening.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Talking and hanging out with these people, if you ain't got a chance, you need to.
Wait, we didn't talk about it. I got to take Bob out too.
I didn't know nothing about that.
I took Bob Don out.
That's right. He stopped by and told me that you took him out.
Yeah, and he caught a good fish. He went with me and Woody. And here's the thing. We was letting Don reel in every fish. And Don goes, Woody, you're reeling in the next one. Woody said, Don, if I reel in the next one, it's going to be the biggest fish today. He said, you're reeling the next one. He said, Don, I always reel in the biggest one. If you let me reel in the next one, it's going to be the biggest one. I'd be doggone if we didn't catch a 28-pound flathead and Woody brought it in. He said, I told you.
Good evening, Squirrel.
My goodness gracious. And I got, who else did I have on? I took several different people out. Oh, I got to take out Dustin. Took him out twice, took Bob out twice. And I got to take a lot of people out fishing that I'd never fished with. And that's enjoyable. Got to take my
Nobody would go out with us.
Yeah. Well, your boat stayed there the whole time. I would have went with you.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah, we had a good time.
We sat by everybody not asking to go out. We sat around and did what you didn't get to do. We sat around and met people. You know, we were able to sit there and talk to Key, and we talked to John, and we talked to everybody and their brother.
Yeah. Next year, I hope. Well, there was 2 different people that I didn't get to take out that I felt bad about. I was able. Well, there's actually more, but anyway, there's several. Like Wannabe, I want to take him out, and I didn't get to take him out, and I didn't get to take, and he didn't ask me, but I'd like to take him out with me sometime. Matt, I'd like to take out. I didn't get to take Martin out, and he had some people say he was going to take him out, but I couldn't get time to take him out. And there was a family there. Lord of mercy.
That was Amanda. What's the girl's name down there? Was up from John and them.
Josh and them. Josh's friends.
Amber and
they're that family.
Carson and
yeah. So
Destiny.
I'm gonna make a point to get them to come on a weekend and take them out. But I hate that I've got so many people I want to take out and I can't. It's just if they could be there earlier in the week, it's easier. It's just like Saturday morning, I got to get ready for the gathering, for the luncheon and everything. So I can't go Saturday mornings, and then Saturday evening I had already promised some people to go out, and it's just tough. I hate it. I wish I had
We're going to be better set up for next year.
Yeah. I wished I had your pontoon boat and could put half of those folks on there with me and go. Yeah.
We're going to be better set up for next year.
Yeah. So.
But
hey, so remember when I got some hooks from River Cat Tackle?
Yeah.
The last fishing trip we went out, we went to the nastiest place. Dude, we pulled and straightened out almost every other brand. We never did stretch out one of theirs.
There you go.
Just saying, they actually work phenomenal.
Right.
Like, yeah, they're great. I just wanted to give a shout out.
They've got great hooks. They've got great tackle, rods and reels. But the biggest thing about the whole deal is they're great people.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't say FOA. FOA donated stuff this weekend also. A lot of people ask me, say, how do you have your main sponsors that sponsor you as just you and then you got the gathering? How do they not get upset? Look, if you do your best to keep everybody happy and you do what you're supposed to do, they're not going to mind. Like, I got FOA hooks. I got River Cat tackle rods. I've got a little bit of everybody's out there, Blue River bait stuff. My thing is, and that I let them know right quick, like I do multiple stuff and I'm going to work hard to do what I can do to make you happy to be a sponsor. I lost a sponsor and I've been working on, they haven't been a sponsor for 2 years, and I'm not begging them, I'm not asking them, but I want them to come back, and I believe they will before it's over with. And I feel like it's my fault that I lost them because I probably didn't do something right. But my thing is to get out there and promote everybody. There's enough fishermen out there that these companies that sponsor the gathering or sponsor me myself, if we're doing stuff to get them enough people out there to buy their stuff, they're going to be happy to use me. And we're taking all these banners we take to all these shows that has all of our sponsors on it. We're working hard to get them out there and get them to be seen. That's what we do. we get it to we make sure we hang them at the gathering. We don't just take their money and go, thank you, see you later. We want people to buy their stuff. You guys out there, buy their stuff. Please buy their stuff. We put those banners up at CatCon. We put them up at the gathering. We're going to take and put them up.
Knoxville Expo.
We were putting them up at here at Chattanooga at that expo. And we try hard to let people know how much we appreciate them and let them know we are working for them because they are working for us. They believe in us and we're going to believe in them, So I don't have a problem with any of these sponsors because I have multiple people out there because they know I'm working hard for them to get their name out there and give them credit. Because if it wasn't for you guys, the YouTubers and the sponsors, there would be no gathering and there would be no Daryl out there fishing the way I get to fish. Because of them, we can do that though. And I really appreciate every single one of you. I don't know if I say it enough or I say it too much, but I'm going to keep saying it. Thank you so much for what all of you guys do. I really appreciate you all.
Thank you for the time and everything that everybody puts into this. Daryl, I want to thank you personally, but on top of that, I know Miss Wanda, your wife, was running herself to death, trying to keep everything straight. And you holler and ask her questions, and she was rattling it off like that. She knew what was going on. Woody and his wife have been working at it for 2 months trying to get stuff ready.
Yeah.
And, and I don't know who all else was, but I know that you had a nephew there come by. Your son was there.
Yeah, my nephew actually loaded the Monster Rod Holder Ranchero on the trailer, brought it up there Friday night, and then come back and got it Sunday. They were supposed to be able to stay there, and they couldn't. His mother's in bad shape. They're supposed to have somebody sit with her, and they didn't. So he drove all the way up on Friday and delivered it. And because he didn't have anybody, he couldn't go back, so he didn't just drive it up. And then come back with the trailer and the truck and picked it up Sunday at about 1 o'clock. So, I got a wonderful family and a wonderful catfish family out there. People asking, hey, what can I do? What can I do? And I just appreciate everybody that's helped.
We appreciate it so much, too. We just want you to know how much we appreciate it and how much we appreciate the fact that you're going to get all this together and handle it for next year.
Yeah. You have watched you were my first, Miss Chrissy was with Trophy Seekers when we put our first video out. She's the first person to ever comment on one of my videos. So she's got a special place in my heart. Everybody's got a place in my heart, but she's got a little special one because she was, I was like, man, I don't know who this lady is, but she left a comment and everything. I'm like, heck yeah. And she started watching my videos. I met her at CatCon. The first year I went to CatCon and gave her a big hug and told her I appreciated all she did.
Heck yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we're running over 10 minutes. We're at 10:10. I appreciate everybody coming. Mr. Key, you got any last things to say or ask or talk about or anything like that, my friend?
No, I really do appreciate you all for the opportunity to, and inviting me, into you all's community. I really do appreciate it, and looking forward to connecting with you all here very soon. And again, I'll let you all know as soon as I get a date together for my next event. And also, Daryl, I think that Saturday of the expo, if you need some help, let me know. That Friday I won't be able to help because that ends our vacation Bible school. But if you need some help that Saturday, let me know. I don't mind coming out.
I appreciate it. I think
I'll go out anyway, but if you just need some help, let me know.
Hey, Key, if you come down there and you're working at the booth, let them know and they'll let you in free.
Okay.
I think I got somebody coming Saturday.
Okay.
I think them two are going to help me out.
I'm passing up a fishing trip to come down there and help you, boy.
Well, Steve, I know that we finally sort of left you out a little bit on this one today, and I apologize. It was
Oh, no, that's fine. Like I said, I was doing my own thing, so it's all good.
Yeah.
I was glad to listen to all your stuff.
Tell everybody what you were doing. Where you was at right quick before we get out of here.
We had a couple graduations. My daughter graduated here in Utah, and then we headed up to Montana. My brother that passed away 14 years ago, his son graduated, so we went up to be part of that. So it was a great time. Didn't get to do any fishing, so that part sucked. But it was a great weekend.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Get to go see your brother's son graduate. So that's awesome. You got anything? You got anything else to add before we jump up and jump out of here?
Key, hang on
Heck
just
no.
a second after the show ends. We'll be backstage for a minute.
Okay.
Don't leave. All right, Randy, you got something to say, brother?
I'm good, man. God has been so good this week. I spent my anniversary at the gathering, and I got the best wife in the world to stand beside me. She may not be the best to stand beside somebody else, but she's the best to stand beside me. I publicly want everybody to know that I love her to death, and couldn't do any better without her.
There you go. And happy anniversary. 1 year
Happy anniversary.
made it with you. So awesome.
That is the longest relationship I've ever had.
And that's scary.
Facts. The longest one.
Oh my God. You didn't have to tell us that. That was TMI. All
That's
right.
awesome.
Yes, sir,
This is
Mr.
about
Jimmy.
me.
We'll do it again, my friend. All right. Dama was even there together and had a great time. So,
Yep.
all right, guys, we're going to get out of here. I love you all. As always, you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of the day and a wonderful week. And we'll catch you this time next week. And we will have the date for the gathering and a whole lot more, maybe. But till then, God bless you. Y'all have a wonderful night. We'll see y'all later. Bye.
See you next
Peace.
time.